So if you are over here and you follow me on my other channel, you know that I have started covering X on the Beach. If you are here and you saw us telling you that we were going to cover X on the Beach, hi, we're here. It's X on the Beach time. We're just going to talk about episode 1 right now, and we will film in the next couple days and get it up for episode 2 and 3, because as we are filming today, 3 just premiered. So we're going to talk about episode 1. We're just going to like get into it and talk about how we feel about it, because like love it so much.
Yeah.
Dave comes in from the beginning. That, yes, main character.
Main character energy, Davon. Obviously, you know her from Big Brother. You know her from The Challenge.
You know
her from GIFs. If you use Twitter at all, you've seen her GIFs. She's reached Britney status at this point. Like, people probably don't know who Britney or Davon are on Twitter, but like they'll use their GIFs all the time.
Big Brother, like it's the same with the Alyssa the one.
Love that. That's so good. Yeah, so we're gonna go through the cast real quick. Davon, obviously. Side note.
What Erin Williams is doing over here on YouTube, girl, it needs to stop. She's decided to take content off of YouTube and put it onto this paying platform, thinking people are gonna pay to watch her do a photo shoot with her husband. Girl, you're a racist. Anyways, back to this.
Is she starting a Patreon?
No, it's some other random streaming service that you pay for, but they're doing 1 or 4 episodes a month.
No, oh my god.
Oh, and this season 1 they put on her channel. Season 2, you're gonna have to go over here and pay, baby. Whereas no one wants to pay for that.
So all 5 people who watch season 1, I guess, are gonna miss out on season 2. Great.
Because basically I think she's trying to make more money and come over here and bring her audience over here, and she's gonna realize that the AdSense, she was making more money when it was free to her audience of people that actually like her. But
it's accessibility. Accessibility is the major thing. Like, unless you have super devoted fans, they're not going to pay for stuff. I don't know. Anyway,
6 months, because her past on TV gets brought up again and again, because the internet is forever, baby. But to the other racist mommy vlogger lovers out there, she's their queen.
Yeah.
Listen, that pretty face is not a kind person underneath. The girl has not changed. Anyways, back to X on the Beach.
So we have Davon from Big Brother, The Challenge. We have Reese from Strut. Also, we have yet another transgender representation on the show.
Love.
She's gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
And I love her humor.
I like her.
We have David from Paradise Hotel. You're probably like, what's that?
Never seen it.
Never seen it. Didn't know it existed.
The Corey that was on The Challenge last season.
Corey L.
His show was like 23 Days of Christmas Challenge, some random thing. Like, I'm like, never heard of it. Love him. Never heard of it.
And then we have Darren from Double Shot at Love. Reneen.
Sorry, I meant to do this.
Reneen is the one that had the affair with Justin Bieber's preacher.
Yeah.
Minister, whatever.
But love her so much because she was like, I'm a Capricorn. I was like, me too, bitch. You gang. You're kind of, don't know you too much yet, but love it. Love her touch.
If you watched our past reactions, recaps to Amazing Race, we have a familiar face. We have Ray.
Not main character energy, but they gave it to him. Okay, whatever.
He immediately annoyed me from his introduction.
Immediately, but I also just remembered how he treated Caro, and we didn't like that. So like,
and I was like, this is not the person who you were on Amazing Race. I'm like, now you're trying to be all like charming and like fun.
Charming and fun, but you were like straight douchey asshole, like misogynist, like on The Amazing Race for the minute you were there. So also side note, I think that the reason that they did not continue filming The Amazing Race is partially because they broke up, but the other part is I feel like this filming overlapped and they got this offer before they found out when they would maybe go back to Amazing Race, and this just fit better because they're not together and it's MTV and let's get on, I don't know. That's my conspiracy opinion. Still don't like them.
I think the opportunity just kind of worked for them of like, okay, they're broken up. The only option that they really had, because they weren't going to go back to Amazing Race, even if they were like okay with their relationship ending, like they just come back anyway. Now they're going to the MTV sphere of things, whereas like they were on Love Island originally, but that's like, I don't know.
Gives MTV vibes.
Yeah, and I feel like now they're kind of
back in that
this
realm.
Is their third show now that they're on, whereas if they had went back to Amazing Race, probably wouldn't have won, probably would have been forgettable.
I think it was a career move, I guess.
Yeah, but Ray's whatever. Then we have Elaine. I don't remember who Elaine is, I'm gonna be honest.
There's Elaine. Who's Elaine?
Is she the blonde one?
There's a blonde?
Yeah.
Where?
I don't remember who that is. Anyway, we have Bryce from Too Hot to Handle.
Oh, you're talking about all the people that are going to be shown. She hasn't been shown yet.
Oh.
You're just listing the entire cast.
Pause. So after we're introduced to the first group,
they're chopping up. David is very much giving me adorable little immature man, but love it.
So first off, this is obviously we've seen up until season or episode 2. So we'll have different opinions, but like.
No, we have different opinions now, but this is kind of how it started. I was like, I don't know, kind of cheesy. And then when he said his age, I said, okay, I get it. Because I didn't dislike him, but I was like, I don't know. And then he just gave me kid in a candy store. Like he was like, I don't really know. I'm kind of the youngest here, but I'm here for a good time. What's up?
He was like, also, I'm pretty sure I'm the problem because all my exes are like married now. And like he was also like, I'm into exes because like there's like some like kind of tension there of like, oh, like we hate each other but like we still love each other kind of thing. And like he was being super funny, but like you could tell he was kind of genuine at the same time.
And then also I just think people didn't know how to read him the first night because the rest of them are older and whatever, and then I think they got it.
He seemed a little nervous too.
Yeah, maybe over telling and not quite. I can come across like that too. I'm a big personality majority of the time. And I'm very like tongue-in-cheek, blunt, sarcastic, dark humor that sometimes I've noticed when I step back and look at it, that sometimes I feel like when it comes to people that don't know me, first impressions, and I come out the gate really hot like that, I'm either you're annoying, you're weird, or they're like don't know how to take me. And if that's the only impression they get, they might not never like me, but I grow on people. Some people that are very into people with that personality love me off the bat. Like I feel like I'm gonna rub them the wrong way and they're just eating me up. They think I'm so funny, I'm great. And other people are like, I don't know what that is. So I feel like he has a little bit of that type of personality on top of being a little immature and young, and it was the first night and he grew up religious, and I'm sure he's drank, but he's only 23. He could have been a little more intoxicated than he thought. I haven't been on TV in a little bit. These are new people. What am I doing? Like a combination of all that to give it. Because totally after this, I feel like everyone loves him, and I do, and I loved him. So, but this is episode 1. He gives these vibes.
Yeah, and I feel automatically from the introduction of the people so far, he's the best or I guess least toxic guy from what we know.
So far.
Everyone else is either really douchey or just like really annoying.
Yeah.
David's like the least annoying. Like I genuinely like think that he would be a lot better than every other guy that's in the house so far.
And just not like
cringy.
Yeah.
Ray's just
cringe.
I don't know. Like I could already tell from his introduction of like my ex was saying like I couldn't have girlfriends, and I was like, I already know where that's going.
Mm-hmm.
I already know where that's going. I'm like, she was right because
she was right. Because even when you can see, which we'll get to that part a little bit, but I guess I'm kind of jumping ahead, when she does calm down from being upset, have a genuine conversation with him, and from what we know and how she says it, sort of forgives him for herself and is just a very copacetic, type of person in that moment. You can just tell because he's just like, it's just so weird. Like, it's like he thinks he got one over on her again. Oh, God, she's in the bag. I can keep her in the back while I can explore other shit. But she got it. But really, it's like, she's just like a genuine ass person. I don't know. It's very weird. He did not come across well in The Amazing Race. He's coming across more vibrant, right? We're getting more.
Yeah, it's a little better. I feel like it might just be Amazing Race. You're taking out the competition. You're purely just here on the show. There's no real competitiveness. And
then here it's like we're getting to see a little more, but it's just like it's so cocky, douchey, like read the room. What are you doing? Like, this person is a mature, genuine, beautiful, and then obviously very kind, understanding person, because as much as she blew up for a minute, she came back down.
Yeah, but she had a right to be upset. I mean, like we'll get to that in a sec, but ultimately we just have kind of introductions, and then they sit down by the table and basically have to be honest about different situations. So they get asked like, where's the craziest place you've had sex? And here kind of brings up
just being like, yeah, Davon is just sort of starts getting a little emotional, I think, because she's just like, wow, like I really haven't done that stuff. But she is very religious. Does say that she was in like a 9-year relationship that was very serious, and she
from
said
19 to 27,
probably right
28
around on Big Brother, or right at the time she went on the first season of Big Brother. They were probably at the end of their relationship. I think she's around my age, so she's either like 30 something.
I think she's 33, which means
okay, she's a little older than me.
Big Brother 27 was, or 27, 17. Big Brother 17 was 2015. So she definitely was, I think, well, that was 8 years ago.
17, 8, 27.
It might have just been the end.
2021, 22, right at the end. She was like, I'm single, always wanted to get on the show, finally got on the show. I'm going to go on the show. I think that was about the timeline. So she kind of gets emotional because she's like, I never really did that. The only person was, I was with someone for a long time. And then she also, you can do the math yourself. You can put it together if you know Davon, but based on what she said, that person she was with for 9 years, she says the only person she has been intimate with, and she has a baby girl, child now. So obviously that is her baby daddy. And so it's like, I'm like, oh, okay. We're just getting to know her more. She has a great personality. She has great TV. I love her, but she keeps it pretty surface. She keeps it on the show. She talks like, I love my daughter Cadence, but she doesn't.
That's as far as she goes.
As far as she goes, which is totally understand it. Respectable, makes sense. But we're getting to see another level to her, and I'm living for it. I love it because I love her. And I think that's why I don't get any more YouTube videos.
Yeah.
But
And
we'll take them, Day. We'll still take them.
yeah, she ends up kind of opening up about that. We get a moment where David kind of opens up about his sexuality. Because going into it, I knew someone else who's going to be coming on in later in this episode, and then David, I had known, I thought he was bi, but then I guess he used this episode to kind of come out publicly as pansexual, because up until then he kind of didn't really like make like a statement on that. And he was basically saying like, you know, he grew up super religious. He didn't even have sex until he was 20, and he's only 23. So everything is super like fresh.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And he already has 3 exes.
He's very cute and he's charming. I don't like younger, so it would have never been for me, no matter how cute and charming you are. Hi, Luck. You want to come in here? Okay. Doggy came in. Okay, stay, babe. No ghosts. If you saw the door, sorry. I can't remember. I guess I'm not turned. Normally I have it a little turned, so never mind. Anyways, but love him. Would always look at that as a baby brother to me, and just want to like, come here. But like, you're a beautiful specimen of a human. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to want it, but you can see attractiveness, you know, whether whatever. It is just, you're good looking. And he's adorable, and his personality is he's very charismatic. I'm drawn to that type of personality. I think he has a very, most people would be type personality. But it's interesting to know that he had that many exes, but it's also like, I get it. I wouldn't do it because you're too young. Because it seems like a lot of his exes
are older.
But also like, I do get it because like, he's adorable. How could you not?
And all his exes are women, which we find out.
Kiss with the dude is on this episode. Love that for him.
Yeah. Well, actually, I don't know.
That's what he said, though. He said that was the first time he kissed a dude. Or because he also said the first dude
Well, because Mike, I know for sure Mike was the first one he kissed. I don't know if it was on the show. Well, okay. Well, let's just skip ahead. So
okay,
they're around the table, and
it's a little more natural than a first time, maybe.
Yeah, so because I think they kissed before they went on the show, because they knew each other.
Yeah. They're friends.
Basically, Ray gets the question of like trying to be honest about his relationship, and he goes into, well, like, we weren't together anymore. He's talking about Caro, and he was like, but like,
we didn't really fully know it was her yet.
We didn't know who it was. We knew because we kept flashing to who we find out to be Mike, Jamar, and Caro watching this discussion take place, which I love the messiness.
Is this wait, hold on, pause, y'all. This is your first time ever watching Ex on the Beach, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, baby, go back. They're all amazing. It is a messy, but it is full of entertainment. Devin,
especially the first few seasons when they didn't know it was Ex on the Beach.
That was lit. But babe, Ex on the Beach, peak, whatever. Devin is on it.
Really?
Your baby boy. Love him so much.
Wait, what season?
The winter one. The one that has La Demi and Adore. He's on it.
Every time. Oh my God, I can't.
You're toxic.
Every show.
Because you love Devin. Devin is great.
He's such good TV.
Have you gone back and watched his first bout on TV when he was on Are You the One?
Oh no. Elena was on that season? What? Mark was on that season? What the fuck?
Oh baby. That season was oh wait, no, it wasn't the winter one then. Sorry, it was the one before that.
Oh, it was season 3.
Yes. Sorry, I was wrong.
And then I know Billy
You
And
do?
I know Aubrey O'Day.
Yes, you
I
do.
only know Billy because he was on Mike's YouTube.
Mm,
Because I'm pretty sure Mike knew some of the people in the
they,
MTV realm from Lindsay Lohan.
of course, because Kayla was on that was the challenge. Like, also, let's be realistic. The world of Hollywood down there, where a lot of them do stay, is small.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of small. So they are gonna.
People know people, you know.
That's how they get there too, though. Like, I know a producer. My cousin's a producer. I was on this show. I'm friends with this person. That is part of, not always, but part of it. But
So we find out
so
there is obviously we know people are eavesdropping on the conversation.
yes.
And we have Ray basically telling the story of,
I don't
well,
get why
I
anyone
was
would believe him. He didn't even come across genuine. You know what I mean? Like when he was trying to be like trying to make her seem a little too much. Like I get how some people would find him charming, I guess. But to me,
I don't.
I see through that like I read you like a book. Your lies aren't, it's not hitting for me. I see exactly what you're trying to do, but I see exactly what it really is. Do you though? Keep talking. That would be a situation where I would just sit there and be quiet and be like, the truth would come out and I would go, yeah, I saw that one coming. No surprises here.
He's trying to explain himself, basically hooking up with
His best friend.
Caro's best friend.
Well, no,
and
his
best friend who happened, like, I don't think he knew that they were as close as they were.
Doesn't matter.
But this ends up causing Caro, who ends up coming out with everyone else, Mike and Jamar, basically calling him a liar. I
think she is also a little Latina, so it's spicy, and they want to always paint them as spicy. You know, that's a little.
And I'm sure they wanted a big reveal. They didn't want them just to walk out, be like, "Hey."
Let's be real. If I'm going to tell you right now, I would have been worse than her. I would have been taken off that show, because if my biggest fear was that, and I had said it to you, and I had been okay, fine.
And he had convinced you that it wasn't an issue.
And I went, okay. And I got to know this person. I said, I really fuck with this person. And we break up, and then I get put out here, and I'm sitting here and we're filming, and you're telling these people this, and I hear that exactly what you made me feel crazy about is true, and I even befriended this person and all that jazz. You're done.
Yeah.
You're done, because now you're making me look stupid. And me, at least me, my personality, a Capricorn, that's my biggest thing. I don't like to be vulnerable, and I do not like to look stupid. And especially when I tried to prevent that, and you broke me down so much because I loved you and made me trust you, and then you messed with that trust. It was like him trying to say, well, we weren't together though. It doesn't matter. It was not about cheating. It's about you lying about your feelings, and about you trying to make me feel crazy because I saw what was really there. Not cool.
That was the thing, is like, obviously he didn't know Caro was going to come out at that time, but it's like, you're doing everything in your power to make her look like she was crazy, blah, 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 when you're admitting that you were sleeping with her best friend. And you think that it's like not that big a deal. So then she comes out and is getting in his face.
She yells, and she says, honestly though, she was still pretty fucking tame.
She wasn't that bad.
She did not assault him, because I'm going to be real. Do I think it's okay? No. But if I've been in a similar situation, and baby, if I ran into that girl during that time before I had children, legitimately, which I didn't, because the only time she came around, I have angels up here, and they said, you're in a work environment. You're here. There's people stopping you. You're pregnant. You have kids. You can't go to jail now. Listen, if that didn't happen, if I was in the same situation as her, I would have assaulted the man. Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm seeing red. And after that though, I'm off. Doesn't matter if you kick me off. Take me home. I'm done. Never seeing him again. Cool. Thanks for the opportunity. Catch you later. I get mad, and then I ghost. Bridge burned. So to be honest with you, she did as much as she deserved to be able to do within the realms of appropriateness and deserved.
The most she did was throw 2 drinks. And honestly, Renine got more upset with her than Ray did because she was like, oh my God, my leather.
That was giving Virgo energy to me though. I was like,
it was a little annoying. Like, I'm like, okay, like you're really gonna make this about you, like a drink on your dress. It's like, okay, like I get it. It's annoying. Like you're not involved and like you're getting like shit thrown at you, but like put yourself in her situation.
It wasn't on purpose. And you came to an area that's beachy. Why are you wearing something that can't get wet? Done. Move on.
Yeah, and she also apologized, so whatever.
Yeah. Love her. Love her. Couldn't be me. I would have been like, listen, wasn't meant for you. It fuck him. Like, no apologies over here. I would have been like, baby boy, handcuff me, take me out. And, you know, I would have been Gucci Mane up in that courthouse. When they said, did you do it? I would have, or like, are you guilty? Bitch, I might be. Or I would have been even more. I would have been like, yes, and I'll do it again. Take me in. Do you regret it? No, absolutely not. Well deserved. Let the justice system do it. I'm definitely willing to take my consequences because it was worth it. Don't do people like that. He is the like epitome of like, that's toxic. That's narcissistic. That is immature. That is be single. Be single, stay single. Don't give nobody ideas of love, relationship. Just go be a hoe with other hoes. You're done.
Yeah.
And I love Caro. Beautiful, body banging, out here, forgiving stupid people. Love it. Love it for her. Couldn't be me. I think it's great though. I wish I could be like her. Can't. I'm a hater.
I think she just wants closure. And it's interesting to see the people who want closure versus the people who don't give a fuck and literally do not want to see them. Yeah.
It's a great combo. This show is very well done. Every season I've ever watched, I've loved. This cast is amazing.
Yeah.
They really knocked it out of the park.
I'm like, even the people who aren't as
that I don't like, I'm still like, okay.
I'm still interested to see like what's gonna happen with them.
Yeah, it's working. I'm into it.
Then we find out, so Mike comes in. I obviously knew Mike from his YouTube channel.
I've
been watching him for like years. And if you've seen
Lindsay Lohan's Beach Club, because I watched it a little bit, and then the minute Kayla came in, I was like, the challenge, what is this crossover? Love her villain all the time. Yes. And Mike is just amazing TV. He is the type of dude I want to go take shots with. I'm going to the bar, I'm tipping him fat. We're hanging out, we're having a good time. Would I let my friend date him? Not if they're looking for love. But he's here for a good time, not a long time, baby. And he is internet, like not internet, maybe internet. I don't watch him like you do, but TV gold for sure. Just like a Devin, just like no, they're not similar, but it's the same category of like, there's some people they put on there like
messy. They love to start drama. Like they know what they're doing when they get on the show.
Understood the motherfucking assignment.
Yeah.
Knock it out of the park. And I love it. So
we find out that Mike is Reese's ex, which was the biggest curveball ever because I had no fucking clue. I thought Mike was going to come on because of David, to be honest, because I knew going into it, some stuff had happened between Mike and David. But then when he was like, oh, Reese is my ex, I was like, huh?
Thrown off because I remembered him from that, but had no idea who his ex was going to be. And then when it was Reese, I was like, okay, I can see it. And then when they brought in the aspect of like the throuple type thing, where there's also, you're not David's ex, but there's like stuff there. Like I was like, ooh, messy, love it. Like this like triangle thing, like, yeah, off the jump. Like
right when Mike comes in, David's like, Mike, you're here? And we immediately get a confessional saying that David was he found Mike the first guy that he ever found attractive, and also the first guy he ever kissed.
But
which
also, okay, so he said that, but let's remember he did also say, this is me like coming out or whatever, but he also said like, I have always found men attractive.
Found men attractive, but this was the first guy
that
that he genuinely had a, yeah.
Got it.
Because I believe, if you're interested to like learn more about David's.
Reese also was like, David is so cute. So I was like, this is woo tornado.
No, it's real messy because Reese was like, damn, I was so ready to kiss David. And then here Mike is like finding out that they had already.
Oh, I have two. And then David's like, Mike's here. And I'm like, what's gonna happen? It was great. It was great.
If you want to find out more about David, he did an interview with Mike and Mac on their podcast, Messy Pod. Go listen to them. They're really entertaining.
Do they also post on YouTube?
Yes.
Or everybody check it out. Honestly, I'm going to check it out as well. I'm not just saying that. Scotty's plugging them. I don't even know, but I love him. So I'm going to go get on that.
I believe on that, I believe it came out the day episode 2 premiered or episode 1 premiered. And we found out on that podcast that I guess the first kiss they ever had was at a party and Mike doesn't remember it.
So to Mike, it was on the show, and to David, he's like, this is like round 2.
So they have kissed before.
And like,
I'm sure by now, David's had more interactions with men, but obviously with Mike being his first and him being on the show with him, because really he doesn't have an ex there yet.
It's coming, and
it's coming,
but it's more than just her.
And it's gonna be confusing for him to be trying to figure out his feelings for Mike and just men in general, while also having female exes on the show trying to
doing this for the first time on TV, while also
he's really not a TV personality. He's only been on one other show.
And also the fact that Mike was here for somebody else. Technically, the reason he's on the show is not David. I mean,
it does not feel like he's there for Reese. It feels like he's there for David. So
I just feel like if Reese wanted to have a open relationship and she's into David and she's into Mike and Mike
go for it.
I think it's a throuple, and I think it's a throuple that could work, and I'm not usually into that. Also, do your thing. If everyone is being kind and honest with each other, whatever works for you works for you. I am not judging. I'm very jealous. I'm very territorial. I like what's mine is mine. That is me. I'm very monogamous.
I think it could work, but it also has the potential to be super messy, but
I weirdly
want to see it.
And we do get a glimpse in episode 2, which we'll get to next time we film. But like, honestly, I do think it could actually work.
Yeah.
Because I think underlying there is attraction all around. There is friendship all around. So why not?
Yeah. And every
time I've been like, throuple. Like, bitch, I'm on.
Touching on Mike and Reese's whole deal, Mike was basically explaining that he wanted to be monogamous with Reese, and Reese was wanting to be polyamorous and a little bit more closed off with the relationship, because I don't believe they were public.
Not polyamorous. Polyamorous is multiple wives, husbands, boyfriends, girlfriends. She wanted an open relationship. So
open relationship, yeah.
But as long as we're honest, we're together. It's me and you. But if I'm over here at a party, I can go do what I do. You can go do what you do. At the end of the day, it's us. To the public, it's us. Behind closed doors, sexually, we explore. But emotionally, we're just us.
Yeah, and Mike was not down with that. And his whole point of coming here was trying to prove to her that can't work. And she also had mentioned when they were going around, they were like, oh, describe your ex in one word. She said doormat. And Mike was like, doormat? And he was trying to like defend himself and be like, well, I ended things because you wanted to be in an open relationship and I wasn't okay with that. Like, how is that me being a doormat? And you could tell that they
Unresolved.
unresolved stuff going on, but
It was,
obviously they still care for each other because I mean, hello, they ended up making out.
I'm gonna tell you from my perspective, based on everything I've seen so far, which we are talking about episode 1, but what I have actually seen so far as of today is episode 1 and then half of 2. And I'm just gonna say that I think Aris is the type of person, also could have to do with the fact that she is transgender. So that's a lot of emotional stuff to go through in life. She has made it. She is beautiful. She is there. We love it. I'm just saying it's not the easiest road in the world that we live in, right? It's better than it used to be, but we are nowhere near where we need to be. That you're already the type of person that feels like you need to protect yourself, because there is a lot of hate and hate crime that happens to transgender women, especially someone as beautiful as Aris. That I feel like when it came to the Mike situation, it wasn't, this is just me. This is just my opinion. I think that she is like me, where it is like an all or nothing. And she didn't trust that situation enough to give him all. So to protect herself and do a little happy, she did open. It's not that she's the type of girl that always needs to be in an open relationship. It's that when it came to Mike, I got to protect my heart a little bit because you're a little iffy to me. You're a little too friendly. You're a little too, whatever. That's what I got from it. And so I feel like as much as Mike is the one that is able to express himself and pretending he cares so much, I think it's Aris that really cares and that had to protect herself. And that he's in here trying to break that wall down. And listen, she's trying to protect herself.
Yeah, I definitely see that. And I think it's kind of revealed the more that they talk where the problem is kind of coming from. Not necessarily that I'm blaming Mike, but it's just a situation of a reset, like a very clear thing of like, we're going to be in an open relationship. And a lot of the issues were from Mike with
being
that.
like, sure. And then being like, every time they went
never
out.
Mind.
Yeah.
And they honestly are like the least toxic. They definitely don't hate each other. It's more so just trying to figure out what they are. Whereas I feel like every other ex
You know what
in
it
the
is?
house.
Because every other ex was, we were boyfriend and girlfriend. We were supposed to be monogamous or whatever, except for Darren. We'll get to that.
I think because it was an open relationship, it's not as messy, if that makes sense.
Because I think it was an open relationship because they made it a relationship, but it's giving me things I've been through, and it's giving me that friends that turned into friends with benefits, but we both have feelings, but neither one of us or one of us wasn't ready to commit and get our heart broken. So we pushed it to open, or we kept it friends with benefits in their version open. So it's like there's real feeling. It's one of those, like, I don't know if you've ever seen those like TikToks or those memes where they're like this, like, why is it that I'm like heartbroken over this person? Like it's like I've dated people and it was whatever, but this person, we were never together, but there was so much there. It's one of those. It's one of those, because I have one of those. And ew.
I think it's because it's not a fully committed relationship like the other two. Well, also that the fact that there's really no cheating involved with this one. It's more so just like the boundary and like the set title of what they are is not clear. Whereas with Cara and Ray, and we'll get to Jamar and Zavon, it's very clear, like cheating or like borderline cheating, very messy situation with the relationship. And surprise, surprise, it's coming from the guy's side of the relationship.
That's crazy though, because you want to know what's funny is that when you look at it like that, not surprising, right? But in my life, based on a lot of mess, not my friends, but my acquaintances, friends, people I'm friendly with. They're not my friends, but I'm friendly with, and they tell me stories of their friends. It's almost always the girl. from what I've seen in real life, but from what I would expect, what I've maybe experienced, what we see on TV, it's very typical male can't keep it in his pants.
Yeah. And
It's
let's get to the final X of the first episode, which is Jamar. Newsflash, you probably won't see a lot of him because he's boring as hell.
Ew, what is that? How did you even get on Big Brother Canada? You didn't see. Canada has great seasons, so you must not have seen that one. I don't understand.
This was Big Brother Canada 8, which I believe is like the second most recent season.
Yeah, not down.
He
gives me.
I want to see his placement real quick on.
He gives me Ray 2.0 vibes. Not into it. Not into it. Mm-mm.
Did he?
I'm sorry, babe.
Oh, he got ejected from the game.
Oh.
For what?
That makes sense.
I think I remember. It was like, this was like the whole, don't quote me, but I believe it was like some gun issue where like him and someone else got into it and like they threatened to like
shoot each other or something.
Do something. And then
they were like, no violence accepted. You must leave.
Yeah. So he's the first person to be removed from Big Brother Canada. So that's quite
Davon, stop it. If you don't start treating yourself like the fucking queen that you are, that is your ex? Bitch, no, never, not in a million years. Not that cute. And then the fact that he's basically like dishonorably discharged from something, like that's the guy. No, baby, you're better than that. We love you. Stop it. That girl had a baby girl and she is in her mid-30s. And have you seen her body? Not even going to face because the bitch is drop dead gorgeous, but her body is tiny, banging. Like, what? No, that is a beyond a queen. Davon is fucking everything. And I'm sorry, but no. Baby
and like there's some people who like they're confident and you're like, it is rubbing me the wrong way because it's like, okay, like they're attractive, but like
now it's too much. Ew.
Now it's too much. But it's like with someone like Davon, it's like, no, that makes sense.
But and that she's coming across on this show like she's almost cocky, like in some ways, but it still doesn't come across like that. But you know what I'm saying? It's more than it's ever been. And it's like, because it's like a dating show, so it's more based on that type of stuff. But it's like, no, her confidence is that type of confidence that is just not bothersome. It is just very yeah, it's very attractive, it's very appealing. She's the whole fucking package. And no, she doesn't show her child like that, but I just get the vibe that she is just the best fucking mom. Just love her.
I think really her only weakness would be the fact that she was only in one real long-term relationship, and for 9 years from 19 to 27, 28, that's a lot of time that you're spending with one person that you're not seeing other, having other experiences. Like it's just with one person. And it's not to say that that's like a bad thing. It's just like she admitted it, like she doesn't have as much experience outside of just that one partner
in
life. Yeah.
Yes.
So
but you don't always need it. Unfortunately, it's heartbreaking. It didn't work out. They share a child. She
does not give off that vibe. And I don't think that she's I don't want to say challenged in like her relationships, but like it's more so I think maybe she doesn't know where to take stands on stuff where she should have, because I'm just trying to understand on how the whole Jamar thing even happened.
What is that, babe? We're going to need a breakdown. I don't think we'll get it. I think we'll get a mini version of it on the show. It still won't make sense. I think if she makes a YouTube video or she does some interviews, we'll really get it.
And we will say, even though that this is episode 1, right now, currently after episode 3 premiered, they were going back and forth on Twitter, and it was, I was living for it. But we'll get to that when we get to episode 3. That's really kind of the end of episode 1. We get the introductions to the exes. We have
Then it's the next morning. Caro apologizes to people. Mike tells her, no, baby, you was right. Then she goes, has a conversation with Ray. She's the bigger person. I think in his mind, he's like, I fucking convinced her to
and
believe.
he says some stupid stuff like to Jamar, like, oh, I don't want them to hate her. It's the most tone deaf, like,
Yeah.
dude, if anyone's gonna hate someone, it's gonna be you.
And then we get the we gotta go get the exes on the beach, and it's Darren, David
and Renine.
And we're like, okay, who's coming? And then it cuts off, and we'll catch you back for the next couple episodes. But if you don't want to miss our crazy banter, because I'm a lot and Scotty his opinion, and we're not always on the same page, and this is not the type of show we normally cover, but we love it. It's got our people on it. You don't want to miss this. You don't. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and we will see you in the next couple days to cover episode 2 and what premiered tonight, which is 3. So yeah, thank you guys.